for your business. I see we're breaking up today, so I hope I don't need to repeat myself. IDEANCE process, the process we came up with in January. We are on step 4 today, which is A for action. So how do we take action? Well, the first thing we need to do is analyze the options we came up with yesterday. We explored options, at least 10, using the 10-3-1 tool. And of those, I picked 3 that I'm going to analyze today. How do I pick 3? I usually just go with my gut and I circle the 3 that appeal to me most right now. Not very scientific, not very objective, but we're going to add the objectivity now as we narrow down and decide what option are we going to actually take action on now. I'm going to share a tool to help you do that. Sometimes I use a tool, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just know what is the next thing I need to do. And if I know that, I skip all the stuff and I just take action on it immediately. Why? Because one of my coaches, Tony Robbins, decades ago, literally decades ago, told me that never leave the scene of a decision without taking some sort of action toward reinforcing that decision, that choice, etc. So once I pick an option today, I'm taking action on it. So I'll show you what I do. We're going to use usually this is a 3E tool, which I don't remember where I learned it, but I liked it and I use it and I share it. But I added 2 more E's today because I'm like, I think it needs to go a little bit deeper when I'm analyzing something that's very deep and very personal. For us individually, as well as for our businesses, it's a pretty big deal because it becomes the part of the core foundation of the spirit of our business, who we really are, who we're here to serve, etc. So I added a couple of E's today. I'm going to explain to you those quickly, but I'll show you how I broke mine down. Made my little brainstormed list, and then I selected 3 and wrote them across the top. I make a little grid. I should have done this big for people to see. If you want to go through this in detail, all you have to do is ask and I can help with that. But I'll just run through it quickly, and I just like to show you a little bit of what I actually do. So I could get a mentor to help me with my spiritual connection. I could sign up for a Bible study course or something like that, or I could join some group, a group that's already working toward spiritual enlightenment, spiritual connection, etc. And I could join that. So the E's that I'm going to ask myself to analyze the alternatives to figure out which one to take action on today are as follows: effective, effort level, emotional resilience, and I added expense and energy. So to me, time and energy always needs to be taken into consideration. Expense, what's going to cost me to do this? And it's not just about money. Again, it's about time, but these kind of run together. But it's more about what kind of resources am I going to need? Do I have to da-da-da-da-da-da-da? All the things that would be related to expense type things. Do I need to buy certain equipment or something? Or do I have to travel to participate in things, etc.? Whatever that is. Effective, it's an educated guess as to which of the options for our organization and for me would be the most effective. But we're just taking something that's very subjective. These are subjective criteria, and we're assigning a numeric value to them. I like to do 3, 2, 1 and do it as a weighted thing. So I give the one that appeals to me the most the highest rating. So if I look at mentoring and effective, well, one-on-one mentoring and coaching is probably going to be very effective. So that would probably get a 3 because I know that's going to be fast and effective. If I take a Bible study course, that's probably going to get my 1 because I know that all I have to do is take the course and do it. And I'm putting forth minimal effort when I do something like that. And I'm probably going to get less results. And then I would give the 2 then to join a group. So then I'm going to do the next one, effort level. How much energy and effort am I going to be required, or are we as an organization going to be required to put into this activity in order to get success, or into this option in order to get success? And again, 3, 2, 1. Now with effort level and with energy both, I will give the thing that takes the most energy and the thing that takes the most effort the lowest number instead of the highest, because I want to be able to just add them up, and then this is the one that's got the highest number. Therefore, that's the thing I'm going to implement. Emotional resilience, what the heck is that? How ready are we as an organization to actually take action on this? We need to be ready now. We need to be willing and ready and able to take action on it immediately, right? Today. Today is immediately. Not next week, not after it goes through committee, not after we spend months debating it. Now, today, now. No resistance. So how emotionally ready are we, or how organizationally ready are we to do that? And then energy and resources I added because I'm like, we got to know what and how many people, et cetera, how much time, is going to go into this project or into this option. And the same for then expense. What's it going to cost us? And I'm not going to get into the crazy, if I don't do this, then this is the lost opportunity cost. I hate when we complicate things like that in business because it doesn't help us. It just gives us excuses to procrastinate and not make a decision or a choice. And I think you'll find the longer you're in business, the faster and quicker you make decisions and then adjust along the way. If you realize you made a mistake or you didn't do the exact right thing the first time, you're always going to be better off if you've taken action than if you haven't. All right. Any questions about this? Hit me up and ask. Do you like how I just changed tools along the way as the mood strikes me? That's what we need to do. Each and every one of us need to give ourselves permission to use tools and resources and any information that we get in a way that serves us and helps us to grow and build and supersize our business. If we're not, again, we're wasting time and energy and effort. All right, have an amazing day. Have fun with this. This is actually a really fun, and I like to do it in different areas and aspects that we don't normally consider for business because I realize if I can make that work and fit for my business, the other areas that, finance and communication and things are just so much easier because it's such a powerful tool. All right, I'm here if you need me. Otherwise, go out and make an amazing day. And I will, of course, be with you and see you tomorrow.